bench press. We're going to talk you through how to do it and the top mistakes that we tend to see with our clients. So I'm Beth, he's Jack, and together we're Bespoke Fitness. We've currently got over 100 clients online, and our sole purpose is to improve our clients' health and fitness.
So today what we're going to do is going to talk you through exactly how to do the bench press. The number one exercise for working your chest, and it also brings some other areas of your upper body into it. So Beth, if you want to come take a seat, let's get set up for this bench press. So first thing we're going to focus on, although it might not seem natural as it's a chest and upper body exercise, is foot positioning. So we want a nice strong, just wider than the bench, strong foot positioning because we want stability coming from the lower body and a nice strong base of support. As you lie yourself back, hips, they're going to stay on the bench all the way through. What you tend to see is some people hyperextend when they're doing the bench press. All that's going to do is put extra stress on your lower back, which we don't need. So them hips are going to stay planted into the bench all the way through. Slight arch in your lower back, nothing too excessive. And again, shoulder blades, they're going to stay planted into the bench. That's going to be a base of support where we're going to drive from for the bench press. Hand positioning now, we want that just wider than your shoulders. So anything too wide is going to put extra stress on the shoulder joint, which we don't want. If we're coming too close, what we're going to get is we're going to work the triceps more than the chest, which we're looking for with the bench press. The position of the bar within the hand is going to be directly over the wrist, so that when we're pushing up, it's going to fall into the middle of the hand. Yeah. So feet planted, hips back, hips are going to stay on the bench all the way through. Slight arch in the lower back, shoulder blades planted into the bench, and then that's it, palms on, just wider than shoulder width apart. As we lift off and unrack it, we're going to slowly control that down, focus on using the chest, breathe in on that way down, and then at the bottom, right angles at the elbows, drive up, we're breathing it out. Perfect. So the first mistake what we most commonly see with our clients is hand positioning. So as we mentioned in the setup, it's important we get the hand positioning right, because if we don't, we're not going to be getting the correct movement. So if we take the hands too wide, as we mentioned, if you lift that bar up, as she lowers down, what we'll see is the chest isn't engaging correctly. Instead, we've got too much stress on the shoulder, and we're going to be working more into the shoulders and engaging the chest a little bit less than we would like to. The second hand position we can go incorrect is if we go too narrow. So as she lifts up, and if she goes too narrow, what it's going to cause is the elbows to come in and tuck next to the body. As the elbows tuck and she drives through the elbows, we're going to be working the tricep more than the chest, which is more of a tricep press movement than a chest press movement. Perfect hand positioning is in between those two. As she lifts up, lowers the bar down, we've got right angles at the elbows, chest is engaged the whole way through, and she drives it up. So mistake number two, what we commonly see is the depth of the rep. So once you've got your hand positioning perfect, what we've got to focus on is the movement and ensuring that we're getting the correct movement. What you'll see with a lot of people, mainly when you've got the weight too heavy for you, is you get half a rep and we're only using half the movement. So we'll only come down to there and you'll see people just little reps at the top of the movement. What we really want is a full rep, full stretch on the chest, coming all the way down, driving up through those elbows. All the way down, driving up through those elbows. That's a full move, going to engage the whole chest rather than just a little rep at the top, not getting much out of it. So mistake number three, once we've got that hand position perfect, once we've got the depth right, is to avoid arching the lower back. So it's really common what we see when weight gets too heavy, we see arching the lower back. We really need to avoid this to avoid injury and to make sure that we're getting the exercise perfect. So as you lift off, what we want to avoid is the hips also coming off the bench and that arch in the lower back. So as you can see, as the bar comes down, her body's arched, it's got extra strain on the lower back, and we're putting yourself at risk of injury. So we hope you've enjoyed the bench press video. I hope you've learned a few things. If you've got any questions on that bench press, just drop them in the comments below, and also drop in any other exercises what you'd like us to demonstrate, and we can talk you through those, no problem.